Immigrations and Customs Enforcement just conducted a raid on the Lone Star Dream Bitcoin mining site in Piot, Texas. This is an exclusive scoop from Blockspace Media, which we dropped in our newsletter on Tuesday morning, where an anonymous source told us that on Monday, September 29th, ICE targeted a ASIC repair center operated by the Bitmain-affiliated ADW Tech. Multiple sources spoke to Blockspace and confirmed this. So, picture this. As the source says, quote, helicopters, snipers, and armed men descended in a cavalcade of black Tahoes Monday morning. The source says they asked leading questions, say, who does this? Who does that? The law enforcement officials took 12 to 13 individuals, which is about half of the repair company's staff, from the site after they failed to demonstrate proper credentials. ICE took all the Chinese nationals, many of whom had expired visas, the source claimed. So, little background. Lone Star Dream Bitcoin mining site. Here's their site. LoneStarDream.us says, quote, your premier partner in the cryptocurrency mining industry. Founded in 2021, Lone Star Dream has rapidly expanded its footprint. But more specifically, this was targeting the Bitmain-affiliated ADW Tech. So if you're not familiar, there are various repair and service sites across the United States, which are like Bitmain-affiliated or Bitmain official repair centers. This is ADW Tech. Specifically, this one, according to the Bitmain support site, ADW Tech, Piot, Texas. You can find more information there. We feature this story in our newsletter. If you want to stay on top of Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin tech, Bitcoin industry news, subscribe to the Blockspace newsletter. It goes out on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And whenever there's top stories, go to newsletter.blockspacemedia.com. So, back to the story. A little background on Piot, Texas. West Texas in general is a, quote, watering hole for Bitcoin miners. The big guys down there are Genesis Digital Assets. They operate a 195 megawatt Bitcoin mine. That was not the target of the raid, to be clear. This site, which is the Lone Star Dream site, the repair center at the Lone Star Dream site, was recently sold to those owners by Poolin. Poolin, a mining pool, used to be one of the larger mining pools, recently sold the 30 megawatt site to Lone Star Dream. This report from the Miner Mag says that this was a sale of two sites for $49 million. This site was comprised of $30 million from the Poolin founder, Kevin Pan. So ADW Tech was the actual target of this ICE raid, the Bitmain contractor and certified Antminer repair shop. You can see on this map, Bitmain has a couple handfuls of repair centers scattered across the United States. There's a larger narrative here, which is the relationship between the current Trump administration and Bitcoin mining. As our writer, editor-in-chief Colin Harper says, this is not the first time the Trump administration has found itself at the intersection of domestic policy and Bitcoin mining. Back in 2024, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency started sporadically holding and then seizing ASIC miner imports at ports of entry, sometimes obtaining these hardware for months and imposing holding fees. You can read more about that in our report from February 2025. CBP ramps up ASIC miner crackdown with seizures, new import holds. This was related to the chip manufacturer's other chip company, Softgo, which was possibly a target of certain AI chip embargoes. At the time, the CBP held certain shipments well into 2025 after Trump took office, and only started releasing them at the end of Q1 and Q2. Supposedly, the CBP was searching for restricted AI chips on ASIC miners' control boards from SoftGo. I do not believe that they ever confirmed that. However, we will stay on top of the story at Blockspace Media. Again, spicy story. ICE raids a Bitcoin mine in Piot, Texas. The Bitmain repair site. Chinese nationals with expired visas were taken by ICE and law enforcement officials. Thanks for tuning in.